Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman and welcome back for more Let's Play Mega Man 2. Last time, we died a lot to Metal Man and also did Flashman and Bubble Man together. In this part, we're gonna be heading on to Airman. This is actually one of the stages I sometimes tend to start with, believe it or not, because when I first kind of, played Mega Man 2, it was kind of after watching some YouTube videos on it, and one video miniseries I watched was, kind of just like a game playthrough without commentary, and, that one, I think it was, in 5 videos or something, because this was back when YouTube had that 10-minute time limit. And yeah, I seem to remember that started with Airman as well, so I kind of just always assumed that Airman was, a good one to start with, and he can be a pretty good one to start with. I feel like this stage is a little bit obnoxious because of those weird things with the spikes, but thankfully I feel like in this collection, or in this remake, I feel like those things are a little bit less awkward to deal with, which is a great thing, believe me. Because there's some really weird stuff with, hit detection and just kind of dumb stuff. Thank you for that extra life. That makes up for losing to that crab last time. This stage has really good music. Yeah, these things. I feel like these spikes are... okay, that was me being really, really impatient. I feel like these spikes are a lot faster in this, which I actually like in a way because it makes them really... They were really tedious things in the original game. So... Plus, they also had to, pop in the original game. It was really, really awkward to describe, but... Oh, damn it, the freaking weapon pickup distracted me there. Well, so much for that one extra life we got. Oh man, yeah, of course I'm on my last life too. Knowing me, I'll probably get to Airman and then die if I had to take a wild, wild guess. Alright, awesome. That jump can be a little bit tricky just because you have to kind of, time between two spikes that are on completely different time frames. Surprised there's not a bird coming and dropping in a million babies here. I'll take that. This guy can be a little bit obnoxious because he's right at the edge of a screen transition. Thank you. I was really hoping to get an extra life from one of those birds there. Yeah, these things, if they're near the edge of a screen, they can be really awkward because I think they can kind of spawn in a bit too easily sometimes, but not so bad otherwise. And, for the first time in a while, I'm not using the Metal Blade for the boss because it's actually not Airman's weakness. This fight actually might suck a little bit. Airman's really easy in the base, in normal mode, but he's kind of annoying in hard mode from what I remember. Yeah, okay. In the normal mode, he has, no HP at all for some reason. Well, okay. I'll just say it, in normal mode, he'd be practically almost dead by this point. Or he would be dead by this point. Airman has, no defenses in normal mode at all, but we got through him on hard. Not so bad. Not so bad. Not so bad. Get equipped with Air Shooter. Some of these weapons might actually be a little bit familiar to you if you've played Super Smash Bros., specifically Super Smash Bros. 4 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which Mega Man is in, and I like that Mega Man's in those games, I really do, and I was really hyped for him when I first saw his trailer, but personally, he's just kind of not my playstyle. We also get Item 2, which is very, very nice. Alright, I believe it should be time to go off for Heat Man. I do not recommend doing this unless you have Airman completed. We'll see why in a bit. But yeah, some of Mega Man's weapons from this game are in Super Smash Bros. Mainly, most notably, the Metal Blade, which is his neutral special in that game. The Air Shooter, which is his up air. And Crashman's weapon is also his side special in that game as well. I don't think there's any other weapons now that I think about it. I'm trying to remember what else he has in that game that would be from this. I don't think... Oh, Woodman's weapon is also his down special in that game as well. So, yeah, well, I'll kind of show those weapons off in a little bit, but... yeah, it'll be a little bit, I think, before that point. And time for our old friend from Ice Hell. Fortunately, I don't think this stage is as bad as Iceman's stage. But we'll get into that in a bit. Wow, I'm surprised that worked there, not gonna lie. If you have Crashman's weapon, you can break through these walls here. We, unfortunately, do not have that right now, though. We also can't shoot through them, which is a little on the awkward side. Although, I think we're kind of through the kind of hellish part right now. Well, no, we're not through the hellish part, because look at this junk here. I'm sorry. I do not care to do this without this item. I do not care. There is an extra life there. Do not care. Do not care. I do not care one bit for that extra life. It can go rotten hell for all I care. Alright. We got one of those Sniper Joe guys here. Yeah, I also really like using the air shooter against the mechs as well, because the air shooter does work really well. Hey, you are a very nice guy. You are a very nice guy for giving me that extra life. Alright, time for Heat Man. If you have item 2, this stage is not so bad. If you don't, this stage sucks ass. Let's just keep it at that. Heat Man, let's do this now. Heat Man himself is actually pretty easy. You don't want to be hit by his attacks, but he's pretty easy to dodge. Like, he'll use his fire dash attack whenever you hit him there, and besides that, you just kind of want to dodge that, and that's pretty much all she wrote. We're getting through these robots really fast now, wow. Get equipped with Atomic Fire. Very, very nice. And a message from Dr. Light. This is the last of the items here. We have item 1 completed. So yeah, I haven't really gotten a chance to show off item 1 or 3 at all. And item 2 is basically Rush Jet if you've played any of the later Mega Man games. But item 2 is basically a guided platform that'll throw you over long horizontal distances. And for this last Robot Master, we'll be taking on Crashman. Man, this stage looks the most updated of anything in this game. This is so night and day. Like, comparing this to the original. But, yeah, Crashman. I guess I could kind of go into some of the other weapons here that I haven't really gotten a chance to go all over. Bubble Lead is kind of like a bubble that kind of tracks on the ground. It's pretty solid. It's good for taking out Heat Man. It has some other uses, which we'll see later on. It's good for invisible floors, which we haven't really gotten a chance to see yet. If you want to use item 1, that's a very good way of getting through this as well. Here, I can show that off. Yeah, because you can do stupid stuff like that. Item 1 lets you just create up to 3 platforms to kind of hover over certain things. Very, very nice. Item 3 is similar, but it only really works along walls, which is kind of like the most situational of the 3 items, I think, but it's not terrible either. This part of the level is actually a lot easier if you have Woodman's weapon here, because Woodman's weapon can help you against these birds here. But again, I think this part's easier in this version of the game just because the enemies kind of move a lot slower in this version. Like, the respawn rates of those birds is way higher in the original. Alright. And yeah, if you kind of go up on the left-hand side, you can get a 1-up, and then also get the... you can get the 1-up and then get the energy tank, or vice versa, I guess. Anyways, Crashman's weakness is the air shooter. Let's take this out here. Also, gotta love this background, man. They did such a good job, like, translating this game to 16-bit. Crashman is a little bit awkward, because he likes to jump around a lot. Doesn't have a lot of health. His weapon can be a little bit awkward to use somewhat. I didn't mean to pause their game. There we go, got him. And with that, that is 3 Robot Masters, but I think that's gonna do it for this video here. Get equipped with Crash Bomber. This is the item I was mentioning that was Mega Man's side special in Smash Brothers. But yeah, we covered 3 more Robot Masters. Way quicker than the first 3, I'll say that much. Join us back next time where we tackle the last 2 robots, Woodman and Quickman. I'll see you guys for that then. Peace out.